After 15 long years in the making, Ducati finally won their second Premier Class Riders title with Francesco Bagnaia. In these 15 years, Ducati have not only managed to build the strongest bike on the grid, they have also assembled a bunch of young, fast, and talented riders who make up more than a third of the grid. The sheer volume of Ducatis on the grid is a huge advantage, and being as strong and fast as they are, they played a key role in taking crucial points off of Fabio Quartararo and helped Pecco overcome the 91-point deficit. However, the flip side of having so many young riders on equally strong bikes is that everybody wants to prove they are better than the others. Those in the red team have extra pressure to keep their seat, while others are ready to do anything to get in the red team. This not only introduces a possibility of Ducati riders standing in each other's ways in certain scenarios, it could also be a recipe for disaster. In 2022, we came very close to witnessing this disaster on more than a few occasions. Pecco taking out Martin at the season opener is one example, and in the more crucial second half of the season, races at Misano, Aragon and Sepang come to mind. In 2023, things can get even more interesting, as alongside the newly crowned world champion will be Enea Bastianini. On his first day in the factory team, Bastianini told the media that being alongside the world champion gives him extra motivation to beat his teammate. Bastianini told La Gazzetta dello Sport, "Having the world champion by my side is a great stimulus, it pushes me to give a little more. I'm happy that Pecco has become champion because he deserves it, and I'll be happy when I beat him." On the other hand, Pecco Bagnaia, who did not shy away from accepting that given the opportunity, he would have kept Jack Miller as his teammate, is preparing for some strong in-team competition and hopes he will be able to avoid disagreements with his new stablemate. Speaking with La Gazzetta dello Sport, Bagnaia said, "How we will manage the situation, and we will be able to recreate the work done with Jack Miller but with Enea. It's all up to us. On the track you are an opponent, you don't have to give favors, but it will be essential to avoid disagreements about who tries what, who is further forward or backward." With all this hype surrounding Ducati's team dynamics next year and talk of Enea Bastianini disrupting the peace and calm in the garage has prompted Ducati course sporting manager to lay out their expectations from their riders. Ducati also pointed out that having two strong riders in the same team is indeed a good problem to have. Speaking with BT Sport, Ducati said, "We know that your teammate is always the guy you want to beat because he has the same material. It has always been like this. But we have had Dovi and Lorenzo, very different characters, working together, and we shared the data between them. So we don't need our teammates to be friends. We just need them to respect each other. Managing two Italians in the team might be a challenge. And there might be some spice for the championship. I hope this is the beginning of a new era. Ducati has the most competitive bike on the grid, and for next year we want to do even better. With the two riders who have won the most races this year, on paper we have the strongest team for next year." Giving his 2 cents on the matter, 5-time world champion and ex-Ducati rider Jorge Lorenzo warned Ducati that managing Enea as Pecco's teammate will not be as easy as what they have had with Jack. Speaking with GP1.com, Lorenzo said, "It won't be as easy as with Miller. Jack is a fast rider, but he didn't have the consistency and those last tenths. Perhaps he lacked the brilliance that Pecco, Martin, and Bastianini have." Enea and Pecco have different styles, but if Ducati are able to manage their rivalry, they will be a very strong duo. And remember the sheer volume of young, fast, and strong Ducati riders we spoke about at the beginning of this video? They are all going to do everything they can to prove their worth and have their claim on the factory seat. Jorge Martin in particular is going to start 2023 with a point to prove. Being left in the Pramac team for another 2 years while Enea moved up from Gresini to factory team, Martin is adamant to prove Ducati wrong and wants to have his say in the title fight. After the post-season test at Valencia, Martin said, "I think our level is very high and we have improved a lot. I am fully focused and committed to maintaining it next season. I hope to improve the bike and my level next season to perhaps fight for the World Championship with Pecco." Even factory Ducati team manager, Tardozzi agrees that managing 8 very fast riders on 8 very fast bikes might become a big headache for Ducati. Speaking with BT Sport, Tardozzi said, "Jorge wants to show us that we have made a mistake not to bring him into the factory team. Alex Marquez wants to show that what he did with another manufacturer was not his fault. Pecco will learn a lot from his mistakes, and Enea wants to show that he can be a world champion too. Luca Marini had a strong end of the season and he has taken a step forward, and he will continue with his GP22 next year, so he will also be very strong at the start of next season. Marco Bezzecchi gets a GP22 for next year and he was immediately fast in the test. And I also expect improvements from Fabio Di Giannantonio." Which Ducati rider will surprise us the most in 2023 and why? Let's chat in the comments below. And before you leave, don't forget to hit the like button and consider subscribing if you aren't already subscribed.